don't normally take Zoe to the daycare on Fridays because we want to get it to her in the middle of the week so she can get that energy out and not go crazy. But since I didn't get her there, I figured I would just do it today. It's a little bit shocking how Zoe just kind of like runs away from me when I drop her off there. She's just so happy to be there. It's like I just don't exist anymore. And I'm okay with it, really. Coffee place right next door, do a little bit of work, and if that sign ain't the truth. Okay, mini rant time. I was at White Rock Coffee earlier. You saw me going in there. White Rock Coffee is a place that I really want to like, and it's right next to where I drop off my dog, so I go there, you know, fairly often. But they've got these blowers that, you know, it's starting to warm up a little bit outside. Actually, today it's a really nice day, but the warmer it gets, the colder they blow the air in there, and it's just this direct air that's like right in your, like right on you, and they turn that crap down to like 5 degrees. It is so flipping cold, and it's not blowing all the time. It kind of blows a little bit, cools the place down, and then it sits there and whatever. But like, I'll be sitting there trying to work, and suddenly I am just shivering, and there's goosebumps, and like, I don't like freezing my ass off when I'm trying to get work done, and I especially don't want to have to dress like I'm going to the freaking Antarctic on a nice day just so that I can go do some work at this coffee shop. Like, you need a blanket when you go in there. It's insane how cold they blow the air in this place. And it's not diffused at all. Like, I don't know why. Like, there's a big tube that goes across. I don't know the technical words, but there's a big tube that goes across, and there's vents, and the vents are pointed like right at where you're sitting. And it just blows right on you. Like, why point them right at you? Why not point them up? Point them at the wall. Let it kind of flow around a little bit. No, it's just right on you, and it's insane. And so anyway, I was there for a little bit earlier before I finally couldn't take it anymore, and I went to my regular haunt, and I got a little bit of work done. But what I'm doing right now, I'm about to do a podcast with a guy. I don't know if I've talked about this much on here before, but there's a guy named Jeremy Vest. He had a company called VidPow. It's actually not really around anymore, but that's what got me out of my job at the Dallas Morning News. Okay, so here's the whole story. I'm failing at telling a story here. He has this podcast called Tube Talk, and I kind of knew Jeremy. We had met. He was a local guy. He's this YouTube guru type, and he has this podcast, and I always listen to this podcast. Well, this was right after I got on board with the YouTube Next Up program. So I got flown out to New York, treated like a rock star, hung out at YouTube headquarters. It was really awesome. And then I came back, and I'm like walking down the hallway of my job, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. It was just like, I called it aggressively shitty is what I called it. It's like just the environment there. I just couldn't take it. So I was really like, okay, I need to find something else. And literally that very day, I was driving home from work, listening to Tube Talk. And at the end of Tube Talk, the little outro voice said, you know, are you looking for a job in YouTube? We're looking for team members to join you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? So I immediately got home, hopped on Facebook Messenger because, like I said, I knew Jeremy, sent him a message. I was like, hey, are you really looking for someone? And yeah, I got hired to work for VidPow, and I took a pay cut to do it. But I was making just enough from YouTube and just enough from Cankerboy to where it would kind of fill in that gap. And it was a good experience, and I learned a ton from Jeremy. And so now I'm going on Tube Talk. He's interviewing me on the podcast that kind of set things in motion for me. So that's kind of cool. Actually, I don't think it's Jeremy anymore. He kind of handed it off to somebody else. And I want to say I've actually been on this podcast before. I know I've done something with Jeremy before. But anyway, I got like 5 minutes. I need to get my computer set up. But I'm going to record that. And then, I don't know, might take Jake for a walk. Might do a little bit of work. And later on tonight, I'm going to go see Endgame. Avengers. Endgame. And there's a group of friends that we all go see all the Marvel movies. So that's what my day's looking like right now. But I got to get off of this and hop on that podcast. I forgot to turn the camera on during the podcast. I meant to just capture a little bit of that, but in the middle of it, I didn't think to turn the camera on. So I'm now out walking Jake, and I'm feeling really bad. I feel like I should walk him more, especially right now. He's not cooperating. Jake, come on. Especially, the weather's kind of nice. The weather's really nice out today, and it does not last very long in this part of the world. So I should be taking them out for a walk more. It's especially good to walk with him when Zoe is at daycare, because one dog is much easier than two. I knew it. I knew he would do this. Yes, I would like to thank my dog, who chose not to take advantage of the multiple times he's been outside today to take a crap, so that I have to pick it up, feel it all warm in the inside of a plastic bag. Thank you, Jake. I'm sorry, but I can't get over this weather. It is perfect weather. Like, the sun is just, it's just a little warm. There's a light breeze. It's just the perfect temperature. It's just a little bit of chill in the air. There's no humidity. I mean, it's never like, this is what I imagine Switzerland feels like. I forgot my lederhosen. Heading out to see Endgame. Pretty psyched. I haven't seen all of the Marvel movies. There's still some older ones that I never quite got around to and wasn't all that interested in, but I've been following most of them, and it's something that I do, like I said, with a couple of guys, friends of mine, so pretty excited. I'll kind of chime in afterwards and give just a brief, like, reaction to it, or, you know, my impressions anyway. Probably won't like do a review or anything, but I might talk about it.
The new Star Wars will probably do lower than that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they've lost momentum. Right. They're ruining it.
All right, it's midnight, and I just got home, and I've got to be really quiet because I'm outside, and I'm outside because my wife is asleep. And no, just quick in-game reaction. Satisfying. If you're a big fan of Marvel movies, you've probably already seen it, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Not a perfect movie, a few plot holes, a few things that are kind of like, well, then why not the blah blah blah. I won't spoil anything, but I will say that if you like Back to the Future Part 2, there was some stuff in this that made me think of that in a very good way. But yeah, if you like Marvel movies, go see it. It was fun. It was a fun movie. Very good ways to end certain characters, which we all kind of saw coming, so I don't think that's a spoiler, but satisfying in a lot of ways. I'm going to be off for a couple days because it's the weekend. I'm going to try to enjoy it. I hope you do too, and I'll catch you later. Bye.